So we are not losing much.
The ministry has also warned that guideline of not allowing outsiders in schools remain, with activities like visiting days and speech days at the end of the term still banned.
The activities that bring people outside to the school environment, congregating people, like visitation days, like leavers party, like functions that will really make the children interact so much with the community, that one we have banned it out.
Meanwhile, some school heads seem ready to comply, although the communication might affect those moving slow on teaching the curriculum.
So when they come back from this break, PRE break, we shall establish how far they had gone and how we can now try to finalize whether it means giving them a little more of time to sort out their subjects. We shall, but then we shall have to comply because we have no way out, counting on the normal term as was set. So in case we have some of those, it will affect class performance because the subject affects the entire class performance.
I'm Navka Farida and Stephen Kalicia in Kampala.
And the 2022 primary leaving examinations have commenced across the country with pupils sitting mathematics and social studies exams. There were a few registered challenges in some schools in Wakiso district. However, head teacher Nakasero Primary School, Rogers Nambuli, says the beginning is promising.
About 832,810 candidates have started writing primary leaving examinations. Nakasero Primary School in Kampala registered 200 pupils who all turned up. Examinations at this center started in time and the school has hailed UNEB. The head teacher, Rogers Nambuli, says the school has covered all that was required to teach the pupils in the abridged curriculum and appreciated the school calendar and extension of school terms.
And now that we've done the first paper, you know, mathematics challenges many children, but they seem to indicate that it has been manageable. So with that manageable paper, if we can take the award, we say, okay, we expect good results.
Pupils have mixed reactions about the first paper mathematics, with some saying it was fair and others say questions were tricky.
Exams, but I thought that the paper was going to be hard, but the paper was fair.
It's easy to me because most of the things the teachers have taught us, but the questions were not straightforward. They were somehow complicated.
It's fair. It was not hard and it was not simple and it was not even easy. But I'm expecting, because math is a very big problem to some of us, but what I know, we are going to do the best.
Unlike Kampala, for some schools in Wakiso district, examinations started late due to transport challenges. The head teacher, Esteem Junior Primary Moses Ntale, said they have prepared the pupils.
100% first grades. Our children are ready. Everything has been done. The neighbor officials are already here. They have confirmed we don't have any impersonators. Our children are sitting.
Meanwhile, the head Palace Junior School, Abenaitwe Johnson, said in conducting these examinations, they followed the guidelines issued by the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education in preventing the spread of Ebola.
54 candidates and all of them are in good health, ready to begin their examination. We have done enough medical checkup on them and they are ready and prepared.
The pupils have started with mathematics and social studies and will end tomorrow with science in the morning and English in the afternoon. I'm Navka Farida and Stephen Kalicia.
And now let's take a look at the Ebola virus disease updates across the country from the Ministry of Health. And our Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja has pledged government support to developing science and technology. At the official opening of the Science Week Expo at the Kololo Independence Grounds, Nabbanja underscored the importance of embracing and utilizing technology in driving Uganda's social and economic development.
The four-day National Science Week exposition on the theme, The Uganda We Want, is aimed at showcasing innovations and building partnerships for mutual benefits.
This is indeed a great milestone that all of us are very pleased to be part of. You have put Uganda on the space of technology, and this is a commendable job. I've been impressed by what I have seen exhibited here, and clearly it demonstrates the huge opportunities and potential that exists in the use of science, technology, and innovation. The task we have now is to ensure that these innovations are rolled out and popularized and brought to serve our people.
According to Monica Musenero, the Minister of Science and Technology, the 2022 National Science Week is a milestone event since it comes in the post-COVID era.
Now, COVID had that awakening effect. Apart from its public health implications, it really caused many of us to wake up and really think that we must take our science, technology and innovation very serious, and veered into investing in areas that we thought those are things that were meant for the other immortal human beings, not for us mortals. Now we have stepped on those thresholds. Now the second thing, big thing happening now, is the energy transition.
Government of Uganda is committed to supporting science and technology as it forms an integral part in its Vision 2040 agenda.
We want to be source of technology. So for us, we are focusing not on the fear that is coming out of climate change. We are focusing on harnessing the opportunities coming out of climate change. So this Science Week is a landmark event. That is why you see we themed it the Uganda we want, because we think that these two drivers, the COVID interruption, because COVID brought resetting, COVID reset everything, equalized all of us. COVID, so it is not in that you were sleeping, now it is in that, did you wake up?
Public, especially businessmen, are encouraged to visit the expo to learn new ideas and pick innovations which they can integrate into their businesses. Dennis Igoa and Juman Samba for UBC News.
Several numbers of Primary 7 candidates in Tororo today had to sit for their PLE exams under tents due to inadequate school infrastructures. The district with 184 PLE examination centers registered 10,139 candidates, which number failed to match the available classrooms, forcing schools to find alternatives.
As Primary 7 candidates start primary leaving examinations, several primary schools faced hurdles due to inadequate infrastructures. Tororo district with 184 examination centers, a number of candidates sat for examinations under tents after failing to fit in classrooms. St. Jude Malaba Primary School candidates were the first victims. The school registered 379 candidates who all turned up for the PLE papers, but with the UNEB recommended distance of 2.5 meters between candidates, the available structures couldn't accommodate all candidates.
The candidates had registered and we had no option. You know, during COVID, in P6 we had almost 350 candidates. So when they were promoted to P7, we were able to register the 306.
The head teacher told UBC the outgoing Primary 7 candidates used to study under a tree.
Let the government consider St. Jude Malaba Primary School, because the population that we have needs more structures. we have 1,850. That is from P1 to P7. So the 306 we had to form 2 streams. Others, as you can see up, that is a classroom. You see desks there.
There are the schools overwhelmed with candidates.
This is because of the inadequate space that is at the respective schools, and also some of the children left their former schools because of COVID. Some of these schools had to close down, and others because of the demands of school fees, they had to run to government-aided schools. That's why you see the numbers are big at some of these schools.
The schools also are overwhelmed with pregnant girls, with most PLE centers registering between 5 to 15 expectant young mothers.
Whether pregnant, those that have given birth, and the ones that are breastfeeding, no child has been stopped from sitting this examination.
I want to thank the head teachers of the respective schools for adhering to the directive of the ministry of accepting these young girls to come and sit for their PLE exams. And also, I want to applaud the girls themselves.
In this year's PLE exams, Tororo District registered 10,139 candidates. 8,152 candidates were from government schools and 1,987 candidates private. District statistics shows an increase from 8,816 to 10,139.
Meanwhile, a 16-year-old girl in Primary 7 at Kasangali SDA Primary School in Bwesembu Sub-County has given birth this morning ahead of her final exams.
Slivia Mbambu, an enrolled nurse attached to Wesumbo Health Center 3, was called to examine if the baby was in her good condition. But after her examination, both the baby and the mother were alright. Mbambu, however, discourages pregnant mothers who always give birth at home.
The baby has no problem. The code is okay. No any problem on the code. My mother is also doing well. Also, she has no problem.
Matayo Walimba, a head teacher at Kasangali SDA Primary School, says the school has registered many pregnancy cases.
To come in. 2, we are still having more 2 pregnant girls. One was in P5, one was in P6. For them, they have not come to school. They are at home with their parents. We expect them to also to give birth anytime. We had another one for her. She has gone away. Maybe she has gone with the husband. She has been in class. We even take the case to police.
Betty Rukara, a mother to a minor mother, promised to support her daughter if she excels in the exams.
Now, medical interns under their leadership have declined to end the industrial action until government clears their demands and requirements. They revealed this during a meeting with Parliamentary Committee on Health regarding their strike over delayed payment for over 2 months. The medical interns also discussed about the salary discrepancies across board, among other issues.
And we go to Minister of Health implementer, probably finance and health implementing, as not getting to their satisfaction.
His Excellency the President on 9th of August 2021 directs that medical interns get half of what their seniors get, and then someone chooses either to implement or not on a presidential directive of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, General of the original NRA that we hear. No, I mean, what kind of message are we sending? So, our humble prayer to this committee, as a representation of an arm of government, we are asking you kindly, please broker a meeting between us and Ministry of Public Service and Ministry of Finance, so that we get a commitment that even when we are having economic hardships as a country, there is commitment to address our issues.
Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, and in some of those letters we copied their committee, this very committee, but we don't receive any feedback.
Partially threshed a number of the issues and the discussion. But your issues, I think, for me, gravitate. The most pressing one is the delayed salaries. And then, of course, we build the flesh on the issues of the salary discrepancies as guided by the president. But none of you people here has also thanked government. This committee and Parliament is part of government. That jump from 750,000 to 2.5 million shillings is almost fourfold. It's a fourfold increment. And most people don't get that, even when you're paying somewhere, you're driving. Colleagues, they say that there are 1,790 interns currently. And if we go by what most presenters are saying, that how do we project absorption of these interns? Probably into the public service. If all the 1,790 are absorbed, I just did a quick calculation, times 2.5, that would come to 4.5 billion per month.
It's my prayer that this meeting can yield something, as one of our colleagues has said.
But this is when And our Parliament has allowed the Committee on Trade, Tourism and Industry to champion the Consumer Protection and Management Bill 2022 amidst resistance from government. After attempts by the Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuzi to stifle the Consumer Protection and Management Bill, the House unanimously supported the motion, and the Trade Committee has been given leave of Parliament to process the private members' bill.
The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, was dissatisfied with government's slow pace in fronting bills to Parliament for processing, which has opened a huge door for private members' bill.
We are disappointed because of the pace that government is moving. So we are forced to make the House active.
While seeking leave of Parliament to introduce a private members' bill, the Parliamentary Committee on Trade, Tourism and Industry delegated Bukoto West County Member of Parliament, Sentai Muhammadi, to present a motion to introduce the Consumer Protection and Management Bill 2022. The bill seeks to harmonize the protection of consumers against oppression, bad pricing and monopolists by putting in place a one umbrella law.
Business organizations must follow ethical values, and any form of exploitation of the consumers, such as unfair trade practices, adulterations, and misleading advertisements must be avoided.
After a huge support of the motion by the MPs, the Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuzi opposed the move, asserting that government was in advanced stages of developing a similar bill. The Attorney General did not get credit from the MPs.
I'm requesting, please hear me out. I'm requesting that you give us time to harmonize with the mover of this motion so that we do not have conflicting clauses.
Order, Madam Speaker.
Those in favor say until the contrary, nay. The ayes have it.
The August House bases from experience of government taking over bills from Parliament and later becomes silent.
Are we proceeding right if we allow the minister to lie to us that he has the bill?
Those stories are always there. That is the same thing that happened on the sports bill. That is the same thing which happened on all the bills.
In the similar spirit, the Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuzi was again bounced when he attempted to block the motion by Toro Woman Member of Parliament, Sarah Opendi, who also pursued leave of Parliament to introduce a private member's bill titled the Alcohol Control Bill 2022 to further regulate alcohol use in Uganda.
To enact a comprehensive piece of legislation that contains provisions that address the prevailing circumstances regarding the consumption and challenges caused by the excessive use of alcoholic drinks.
However, I strongly believe that this bill offends the provisions of Article 93 of the Constitution, which is a restriction on matters of financial implication.
You're speculating. And for you, it's like your instructions not to allow any bill, but we shall allow it. I now put a question that the House grants leave to Honorable
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
And with that, we'll take a quick break. We'll return with more details. News Tonight.
So, I'm here to announce that the MTN Kampala Marathon is back. And this year, we are running for babies. To be clear, I am not talking about a baby. No. And neither am I talking about to be baby. I am talking about these small dollars.
Run for babies, the MTN Kampala Marathon on Sunday, 20th November 2022. Dial *165 *77# or use the Momo app to register.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
That's right. The Voice is coming to a city near you. From the 21st of October to the 10th of November, you get a chance to showcase your talent. Prepare a 1-minute MP4 video of yourself singing and upload it to thevoice.africa to register. Make sure you have a valid Airtel number, and if you're shortlisted, you will be contacted to come in for the live auditions.
Well, don't just stand there, let's go!
Music your passion, Africa your stage. The Voice Africa, connected by Airtel.
The Electricity Disputes Tribunal is a specialized quasi-judicial body established under Section 93 of the Electricity Act to handle all civil cause disputes relating, but not limited to, regulatory disputes, billing and licensing, tariffs, power generation, transmission and distribution issues, compensation resulting from activities in the electricity sector including civil wrongs and breaches of statutory and contractual duties and consumer-related complaints. The Electricity Disputes Tribunal is a special court and the first instance court that deals with electricity matters in the country. For more information, please contact the Electricity Disputes Tribunal at Amber House, Kampala Road, opposite Post Office, or call us on 041 232987.
Meet Professor Petero. He knows something every hustler in UG is gonna love.
Just get Airtel Money Pay so that all money comes direct to your business wallet and only you, the owner, have access to it.
Just dial *185 *10 hash and now you are on. No waiting. Yes, become a safer and more efficient cash-free business today.
No mixing your business money with your Kameza money.
Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
So, I'm here to announce that the MTN Kampala Marathon is back. And this year, we are running for babies. To be clear, I am not talking about a baby. No. And neither am I talking about to be baby. I am talking about these small dollars.
Run for babies in the MTN Kampala Marathon on Sunday, 20th November 2022. Dial *165 *77 hash or use the Momo app to register.
The Ministry of Health informs the public that due to the ongoing threat of polio outbreaks in Uganda, it will conduct the second round of the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign from Friday 4th November to Thursday 10th November 2022 in all the districts of Uganda except those currently handling Ebola outbreaks.
During this second round of the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign, health workers will visit homes, schools, places of worship, markets, daycare centers, shops and playgrounds to immunize all children aged 5 years and below irrespective of their previous vaccination status. This house-to-house polio immunization campaign does not replace routine immunization.
Parents and guardians, please remember to have all your children aged 5 years and below immunized against polio during this second round of the National House-to-House Polio Immunization Campaign from Friday 4th November to Thursday 10th November 2022. The polio vaccine is safe, effective and free.
This message is by the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF, WHO and partners.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. State Minister for Local Government Victoria Rusoke has met NRM officials in the Rwenzori and Toro sub-regions in Fort Portal City to second President Museveni's candidature for 2026. Our reporter has more details.
NRM supporters from districts that make Rwenzori sub-region converge to Kabarore Youth Center in Fort Portal City to endorse President Museveni's candidature for 2026. They donned yellow t-shirts with different inscriptions and chanted NRM songs.
But the main purpose that brings us to Nyabukwara today was the urge, genuine urge by the people of Uganda, people of NRM party, to compel the president not to look around and feel tired. And the president is still our president, very hardworking, very focused, very knowledgeable in very many areas of military, of economics, and most important currently, of scientific innovations in this country.
This is all about instructing, ordering President Museveni to stand.
State Minister for Local Government Victoria Rusoke warned against corruption.
In your RCC, monitor government projects. And don't be lenient to lawbreakers. Some of you are supporting civil servants who are fraudulent. It's a very big shock, and I'm going to report you to the president because they have evidence. I have full evidence. Protecting people who are depriving our people of services is a very, very bad crime. Please, you are the eyes of government, be impartial and don't be persuaded.
Rusoke says President Museveni has been tested, trusted and still has a lot of plans for the country.
Stand again in 2026.
The minister signed a letter seconding President Museveni as the person they want to run for presidency in 2026. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Now, Makerere University has organized a 2-week public fair to address issues of transcript and certificate acquisition. Vice Chancellor, Makerere University, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, reveals that the public fair enables one to pick their transcript or certificate in the shortest time, thus addressing the issue of document backlog.
It is or is expected that a graduate picks their transcript immediately or before graduation, but failure is what has caused an accumulation of transcripts at Makerere University. As a result, the university has organized a 2-week public fair to ensure one gets their transcript or certificate in one day compared to the tedious processes. At least 100,000 certificates and thousands of transcripts remain uncollected, causing a problem of shortage for academic documents.
To enable anybody who has any issue with their transcript or certificate to get that issue resolved so that they can walk home with their transcript or certificate.
There are graduates that might have walked out of the gates of the university with pending clearances to undertake either clearance with financial dues, outstanding library obligations. We invite them to come liaise with us.
The long clearance process at an of too many seeking documents has been reduced. In the meantime, there is an application to register complaints.
Clearance will only now be with the library and the finance department.
They can go to that app, create an account for themselves, and then they can query the status of their transcripts, and they will know instantly.
The university management commits to ensure that starting next year, students will pick their transcripts in time.
We have already sorted out most of the technical problem in the system what we are using. Hopeful that we are going to do that immediately.
Those who turned up for today's session told UBC the importance of the public fair.
It has been a havoc. I think that's why the university came up with this good opportunity to try to clear the air and make things a little simpler.
There was a moderate turn-up by noon, although management says the platform will reduce the transcript gap at Makerere University. Miriam Omcha, UBC News.
Now, the bail application of 49 co-accused persons with Omusinga wa Rwenzururu Charles Wesley Mumbere to answer charges of murder, attempted murder and aggravated robbery at the International Crimes Division Court in Kololo did not proceed. The blame was put on network interferences during court proceedings via video conferencing, since the applicants were in various courts across the country, including Jinja, Fort Portal and Kasese. The presiding judge, Justice Alice Komhanji, set the 22nd November this year for the bail application hearing. The Omusinga Charles Wesley Mumbere, with others, over 100 subjects, are facing charges of murder, terrorism, attempted murder, aggravated robbery, which were allegedly committed in 2016.
People in New Zealand. So, are you ready, officer? No. But you also are not seeing your face.
Like it was the last adjournment, the court had decided to go on Zoom, which has had a problem in the network. Court in Kasese was not hearing, Tundibuja was not hearing, Fort Portal was not hearing, and the prison, both at Luzira and ginger we are all not hearing. So for matter, the bail application has been adjourned to 22nd of November, this month, November 2022. Main case has been adjourned to 29th of November 2022, but only to come and mark exhibits, because the prosecution has told us they have exhibits, they want to show them to us, and we mark them.
And the European Union has committed to support Uganda in the national refugee response. At a forum to discuss the national refugee policy, an exhibition at Makerere University, Jean Sedek, the EU head of delegation, said the photos exhibited are an important reminder of the journey and lives of many people in Uganda.
The National Dialogue and Exhibition at Makerere University's Yusuf Lule Central Teaching Facility is in commemoration of the work that the European Union and Government of Uganda are doing in supporting the refugee response.
Over the past 5 years, 82 million euro development assistance has been committed to work with the government of Uganda in a number of sectors, benefiting both refugees and host communities. And in addition, Uganda has been benefiting from the support of a number of regional programs addressing migration and forced displacement issues.
The EU underscored the need for more support in tackling the refugee crisis that the country is currently grappling with over 1 million refugees being hosted and numbers increasing rapidly due to war and instability in the neighboring countries. Uganda finds itself between a rock and a hard place.
Most of the refugees really have psychosocial issues, trauma, to mention but a few. So there are a lot of efforts. We have a number of partners who are specializing in this area, but it's not enough.
Our students, I think the most important thing is one, first of all, for them to understand and appreciate the crisis of refugees or the challenges of forced migration. It is something which our generation is contending with. We had it yesterday, we have it today, and we will possibly have it tomorrow.
As strong partners, the European Union committed to address the needs of refugee hosting districts by supporting the rollout of the comprehensive refugee response framework.
We know that that's a costly endeavor, and we have been trying from the EU side to walk hand in hand with Uganda in this, and we have tried to finance many activities in Uganda. I think on the humanitarian side we have brought in about 300 million euros over the last 5 years. And now we are actually trying to move also into more of the development cooperation field, reaching refugees in a more long-term sense. So we have invested around almost 100 million euros in development cooperation.
Beyond the provision of humanitarian support, EU-Uganda has built the bridge between the humanitarian response and long-term needs of refugees and their host communities under a nexus approach, trying to connect short-term response to longer development needs. Dennis Igoa and Jerome O'Mara for UBC News.
That's right. The Voice is coming to a city near you. From the 21st of October to the 10th of November, you get a chance to showcase your talent. Prepare a 1-minute MP4 video of yourself singing and upload it to thevoice.africa to register. Make sure you have a valid Airtel number, and if you're shortlisted, you will be contacted to come in for the live auditions.
Well, don't just stand there, let's go!
Music your passion, Africa your stage. The Voice Africa, connected by Airtel.
It's better to foster respect instead of fear and pain.
Cause a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Welcome back, and now in business news, as Kampala city residents in their respective 5 divisions prepare to receive parish development model funds, most of the modalities set by government to access these funds must be translated in the local languages to target beneficiaries to understand. Now, the Kampala City Parish Model Coordinator, Hajat Asia Nabisere, has supervised the election of the Parish Vetting Committee members in the 13 parishes in Lubaga Division.
Okay.
The exercise that we are carrying out today is to choose members of the voting committee. As by law established, we require to put in place a vetting committee of 3 members. And these 3 members are the ones who are going to vet those that are going to compete or to participate in the executive committee formation and supervisory board formation. So far, not so many challenges, I would say, but I think we need more sensitization of the masses. We need to interpret the bylaws in the local languages that they are, but also we need intensive training for the leadership that has been put in place such that we don't make mistakes like those of earlier programs that were in place.
Kati bwe tumaze okulonda kye twetaaga ssente bwe tukomawo wano nga 15 ne tulonda akakiiko akasembayo batuwe ssente abantu abakyala twekulaakulanye mu Krismasi muno kuba sizoni kati ngafe abatunda ennyaanya ssente abakyala tuli bitwaga kwekulaakulanye bannange abakyala.
The Dean Faculty of Business and Management at Ndeje University, Dr. Millie Kwagala Oidu, has advised all students of the university to embrace skilling and innovation. She disclosed this during the students' exhibition at the faculty.
In order to change community livelihoods, Ndeje University started entrepreneurial projects targeting job creation for students. The Dean Faculty of Business and Management, Millie Kwagala Oidu, told UBC the targets of entrepreneurial projects at the university.
And that our Vision 2040 is advocating for skilling our students. So we are also going into that, making our students job creators, not job seekers. So they come up with the entrepreneurial projects where they do things of their own creation, and they make sure that it improves their livelihood and the livelihood of the community around them. So they go out there, identify a gap, and try as much as possible to close that gap.
Ndeje University has invested in the initiative to ensure students gain skills and develop products that are competitive.
When it comes to contribution towards the material, it is wide. The knowledge, the modeling of what they are doing is done by our supervisors and the students themselves, based on the lecture room environment knowledge that they've acquired. So actually the university is putting in a lot.
The business faculty demonstrator Rehema Namayanja said the training empowers students to manage skills for professional touch,
such that when they go out there, they are not challenged by the world. We want them to have the skills of hands-on. When they are out here, they have something to start with.
The exhibiting students told UBC that through developing or innovation of their products, they start up their own businesses where they earn to pay tuition.
That are giving us this opportunity for us to shine. So we believe that by the time we get our professional jobs that we have done, for instance, have done procurement, but it is just
during the process of my entrepreneurial project model, I acquired a lot of skills in line with innovation and creativity, because right now I can think beyond the box.
Ndeje University Faculty of Business and Management introduced entrepreneur internship model aiming at giving students to gain knowledge and also practice what they learn from university. Kenneth Tanawa, Justin Nakami, UBC News.
Did you know that a cashless, secure and convenient lifestyle is possible with Airtel Money Pay? Pay for your goods and services in the following simple steps. Dial *185 *9#. Enter the merchant ID. Enter the amount. Enter payment reference, for example, school items. Please enter PIN to confirm. You will receive a confirmation message for a successful transaction. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome to Friends Stadium. Everybody's ready. Wait a second, not everybody. Come on, dude, it's the FIFA World Cup. You're going to lose your seat, the ritual seat, the lucky one. Losing more than a seat, your team is going to lose. Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you do have everything you need to believe.
And now in sports, the national netball team has returned home from New Zealand, where they participated in the First 5 World Series for the first time. The She Cranes, who are the current number 6, finished 5th at the competition, where they put on good performance, defeating 2 of the world's top teams.
The She Cranes have returned to Ugandan soil after representing the country at the First 5 World Series played in New Zealand last weekend. On arrival, Sarah Babidye, the president, Uganda Netball Federation, spoke to the media, where she applauded the ladies' performance, saying the team could actually do more if they had better facilities.
The performance was very good, though not excellent, because I believe we are number 1. We have all it takes to be the number 1 netballing country in the world, but we had a few challenges, just like, maybe the preparations, just like, maybe the facilities that we are lacking here and all that. But if we could secure a home, and we have a better home that can host all these countries here, we play them. Let's say we host the First 5, we hold the World Cup, we host all these tournaments, because being ranked number 6 in the whole world, we do qualify to host any tournament of any level. So I would really think that we need to focus on securing a home for the She Cranes.
If we get the facilities and the motivation from home, for sure we are going to be the number 1 world's netball team. Because if we are having nothing right now, but at least we are putting on a good show to make sure that we represent our country very well. So if we get everything we need, if we get motivated from the government and from the supporters from here in Uganda, I just want to promise that we shall be a good team, and Uganda is not a joke.
Uganda finished 5th in the tournament after defeating Jamaica in a classification match. The team also upset the tournament winners and the world number 1 team Australia to a 32-30 defeat in the group stages. The First 5 World Series is a competition for the top 6 netball teams in the world. Uganda, being the current number 6, took part for the first time. Grace Joyce Kemgisa, UBC News.
And the much-acclaimed St. Mary's College Chisubi Smart League will witness its final action of 2022 this weekend. Our reporter delves into how it has shaped up to this level.
After 18 rounds of exhilarating football, the 2022 St. Mary's College Chisubi SMAC Football League climaxes this weekend at the Legends Rugby Ground with plans on to make it a memorable finale.
If you look around, we've actually had every booming female artist has actually come to the SMAC League. We've had all the best bands in the land at the SMAC League. We've had all the best entertainers in the land at the SMAC League. We've had a couple of upcoming artists at the SMAC League.
The SMAC League is contested by all students who form teams according to years of study.
In terms of the football, this is the most competitive that we've ever had. For the first time, the season is being decided on the last day. For number 3 spot, we have 4 teams competing for the number 3 spot. So there's a lot of football on that day, entertaining football. Later in the day, being the finale, it's going to be a big party.
Come to the end of it, and we are still contenders for the title come the last day. Sunday, we are 1 point behind, and we are hoping that any slip up by the Zulus, we shall pounce on that.
From Team Outcasts, we'll be playing the Zulus on Sunday, so their fate basically lies in our hands. We have the unique position of deciding where the title goes. If we beat them and Block Honours win, they'll be the champions of Season 5. So you can imagine how important our role is.
The league this year has been a contest between 20 teams, and going into the final game, the Zulus, which is the class of 2009, lead the standings on 40 points, just one better than the class of 2002 Block Honours.
Very exciting for everyone. I think for us, perhaps we would have preferred to win the trophy in the previous match day, but taking it to the final day is still exciting for us. We'll be looking to clinch a trophy for the first time, make our imprint on the SMAC League, get that star right next to our badge, and yeah, at the end of the day, whatever the outcome, we're looking to have fun. When we started season 1, we were 12 teams. The previous season was 16 teams, so the league has grown to 20 teams. So it's been a lot of football. We've played football for 9 months. There's been a lot of entertainment, something new that has come in the league that we didn't have before. The entertainment is almost as big as the football. We've hosted the best artists and musicians that we have in this country here. We've hosted the best bands.
Other teams in the league include Mafias, Vendors, Bushmen, Gladiators, Devils, Mama Teo and Zimbazi, which is rock bottom with just 9 points. The league aims at, among others, availability of reusable sanitary pads to more than 1,000 students, while also maintaining the SMAC network and growing it to benefit Uganda.
These names are not chosen when we join the league. They're actually chosen for us as we join Senior 1 at St. Mary's College Chisubi. So of course there's always a nuanced history to where the name comes from, but once you have the name, you have to carry the name with pride. And if you know your history about the Zulus, you know the Zulus are very ruthless in how they execute their tasks.
The league that is exemplary in both organization and quality has this year revealed star players highlighted by Emmanuel Odong, Rama Bakaine, Sam Kalyango, Emmanuel Sekandi, Martin Chitandwe, Peter Komakech and Joseph Twahira.
Well, and that does it for News Tonight. We do return at 10 o'clock with more details. Mohammed Mugalu on sign language. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. We'll leave you with Kutesa Willie with the weather update.
Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Kutesa Willie with your weather update. We are still having light isolated thunder showers dominating most parts of the country, but mainly the southern sector of our country. Seeing the satellite picture, we're having rainbow diffused over Africa, including our country, Uganda, in combination with moisture blowing from Congo airmass towards our country and local effects. Tomorrow morning, we expect to wake up with light isolated showers across some parts of the central part of our Uganda, but the rest of like Nakasongo and Mbende to wake up with sunny intervals. The western part of our region with light isolated showers across Masini, but the rest of the areas to wake up with sunny intervals. And the eastern part of our country, sunny intervals expected to be in Soroti, but the rest of the place with isolated showers early mornings. In the northern part of our country, it's expected to wake up with sunny intervals dominating most parts of it. Afternoon hours, though, we are seeing a pickup of thunder showers dominating most parts of the central part of our country at a maximum 29 degrees Celsius across Nakasongola, at the lowest of 27 degrees Celsius across Mwene. The eastern stretch of our country is expected to have thunder showers at a maximum 29 degrees Celsius across Masindi, at the lowest of 22 degrees Celsius across Kawali Highlands. Eastern part of our country is expected to continue with sunny intervals dominating most parts of it at the maximum 30 degrees Celsius across Soroti and 29 across Jinja and Tororo. Northern stretch, we are seeing sunny intervals dominating most parts of it at a maximum 30 degrees Celsius at the lowest of 28 degrees Celsius across Aloha. It's moving out of Uganda, visiting the few cities across the group. The few and how for you, like in Nairobi, the neighborhood, you are expecting to have sunny intervals at a maximum 27 degrees Celsius, and Dubai with sunny condition, a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius. Cairo and Dubai with sunny intervals at a maximum of 25 degrees Celsius across Cairo, and London with the lowest of 13 degrees Celsius. Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Tessa Millie. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.